A new year, a new you. A truly new you takes an epiphany. This is my blog post for January 7th, 2024. A new year, a new you is the phrase that has been coming to me spontaneously when I see people and wish them a happy new year. Easier said than done, I find, but I'm trying. I started the new year by growing a mustache, which I haven't had for a while. So far, compliments that it looks good, and I need a haircut too. I plan on getting new glasses from a shop here in Paris, a shop where, I heard, the proprietor doesn't allow her customers to pick out their own glasses, something unheard of in the United States. Instead, she picks them out for you based on her vision of your personality, facial structure, and what looks best on you. I'm excited to see what she picks out, and scared that if I hate them, I'll insult her by refusing to buy them or wear them. Or worse, I'll spend the money to buy them and then never wear them. I guess my codependency isn't completely gone yet. Some new clothes are in the offing too. I need new belts, a new wallet, new pants. I've decided perhaps slacks instead of my ubiquitous black jeans. We'll see. Superficially, a new year, a new you is easy. It just takes some outer alterations. But a truly new year and a truly new you takes something more. It takes a shift in spiritual consciousness. It takes an epiphany. Yesterday was January 6th, the traditional end of Christmas. You've heard the song, The 12 Days of Christmas? This is the 12th day. In Christianity, both Eastern and Western, it's Epiphany Sunday. And in many countries, it's sometimes called Three Kings Day. In some traditions, it's celebrated as Little Christmas. This is the date when the three wise men finally got to Bethlehem to pay homage to the baby Jesus. They would have gotten there sooner, but they were men, and they wouldn't stop to ask for directions. Anyway, the dictionary defines an epiphany as the appearance or manifestation, especially of a divine being. It's when we grasp or realize the meaning of something intuitively, understanding an important idea or a deeper reality through a simple and striking event or a revealing flash. More simply, an epiphany is an unveiling of wisdom, understanding, or truth, something that had always been there but was hidden from our eyes, and it's suddenly revealed, and our mind suddenly shifts to a higher level of consciousness. In Unity Church's Bible interpretations by the Reverend Ed Townley, he talks about the many contradictions and glaring omissions in the two accounts of Jesus' birth. Matthew has wise men. Luke doesn't mention any wise men, but Luke has shepherds and a manger with animals. Matthew doesn't mention anything about a manger. Then Reverend Ed gets to the reality behind the stories. Quote, "The point is neither author was intending anything like an accurate historical description of an event. Neither was deliberately fudging facts. They were both in their own ways and for their own readerships telling the spiritual truth about an event of tremendous significance, an event whose importance could never be expressed or understood with a simple recitation of human facts. Both Jewish and Greek traditions were filled with stories of miraculous births. It was an accepted and effective way of alerting people that something important had come on the scene. In our collective consciousness, we have understood that throughout the years. We cheerfully ignore the inherent conflicts between the two versions and weave them together into one magical Christmas story with shepherds and wise men and angels and animals and a stable and an angry king, and yes, a drummer boy if we feel like adding one. Then Reverend Ed goes on to explain the metaphysical meanings, the substance that stands underneath the facts of the story, quote-unquote facts. The truth unveiled. He says, some say it's about the birth of the Christ, but that's not possible. The Christ is the light and the love of God present in each of us. It is the creative power of God seeking to express through us. It is therefore, as eternal as God, it can't be born. What can be born, however, is our awareness of our true Christ nature. Our Epiphany, every Christmas, every New Year's, every Epiphany Sunday, is the call we hear if we choose to listen, to be more aware of the God within us, the light within us, the Christ, which is a Greek word, Christos, meaning the anointed one, the light, the Christ that shines within each of us. This light of God does not need to be born because it's eternal, shining brightly in us and everyone we meet. The quote-unquote birth is the end of our pregnant anticipation, the end of waiting for the veil to drop from our eyes so we can see the light and see that it has always been there. Reverend Ed concludes, what Jesus brought to us was a spark of new light, new possibility, light that shines through the darkness of human confusion and illuminates the spiritual truth of who we are. And it doesn't just happen once. Every Christmas is a new birth, a new opportunity for each of us to give birth to more of the light and to commit ourselves to nurturing that light, trusting it, believing in its presence within us, sending it forth with every choice we make to bring more of it into expression, to create more and more again of the new consciousness with which each of us is miraculously pregnant, the consciousness Jesus describes as, quote, the kingdom of heaven. So new year, new you, it can be new glasses or it can be new eyes to see. Matthew 6:22 says, the eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. Of this, Reverend Ed says, the eye, singular, is the lamp of the body. What Jesus calls the eye is the source of light, of energy. It is the power in which we place our faith. When we rely on the evidence of our senses, our double eyes of mortal sight, we are drawing from an energy of duality. We are believing sensory evidence that insists we are separate from each other and from God. So, to conclude, when our eye is single, we are relying on the unified light of the Christ presence within us. We recognize one presence, one power. We see clearly because we see only God in expression wherever we look. So I'll get my new glasses sometime soon, but more importantly, I will continue to develop new eyes, eyes of faith, for the epiphany that helps me to see something newer, something truer, in my heart and in the eyes, in the hearts and the faces of everyone I meet. Happy New Year, Johnny. I am available to do Prosperity Now, individual or group sessions, and general life coaching. I can give personalized Ching readings, do dream interpretation, and I run a Wednesday Course in Miracles group. You can send a donation to my Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, or buy me a coffee. They're all in the description. You can email me at prosperitynowlifeofdreams@yahoo.com or sign up on my website, www.johnafrederick.com, or check me out on Substack, Paris and Prosperity Now. And please like, subscribe, and share my YouTube channel. Thank you for listening. Namaste.